Hey Sagittarius, it's Caleb's Tarot. Right, these are slightly late, so I do apologise, but we'll still take a look because it's always worth noting for guidance and or advice. So, Sagittarius, love reading. Sagittarius, 1st to 15th September 2019. Love Sagittarius. Love Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, September 2019, love. Yeah, okay, there we go. Empress, 6 swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Lovers reversed, 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Emperor reversed, the 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups reversed, and the 6 of Wands reversed. Okay. Looks like we've got a bit of a warning here, Sag. Let me throw some romance angels to make sense of this. Children, that makes sense because we've got the Empress. And deception. Okay, I'm just going to throw you guys an activation card or two to make sense of this for the advice part. Humility and unity. One more, please. Friendliness. The way I'm reading this, Sag, is the top row is kind of what we're coming into this situation, like where we've just come from. Here is where we're at now, and here's what's coming in. Like I say, this bottom row looks like a bit of a warning. Children could be involved in this in some way, but I'm gonna run with the childish factor instead. I see that you may have been nurturing a relationship with someone here who could have been deemed childish and a bit dramatic, okay? And I want to say you may have put a stop to it. There's a level of immaturity that you didn't want to deal with, and it does sound the deception card, someone's wearing a false self mask. They haven't turned out to be the person you thought they were, okay? You realise you need to get what you deserve, so that's why I feel like this had to come to an abrupt end, and you are nurturing yourself here, because you know you're in the better position. Moving forward, we've got this broken down unity, but there's still an emotional tie to this person. It's almost like the breakup may have happened for good reasons, but it still hurts. And I feel like this is them trying to commit, trying to do the right thing. So kids may have been involved in that way. And I just see you very much like, oh, I don't know if I want this. It's like the cup's being offered, but you don't know if you want it. You may pass on it at first, but I don't think you do. I think you accept this Ace of Pentacles being brought forward. The problem is we have a warning about this person, and it is the same person. You very quickly learn, remember, 3 of Pentacles is about realisation, mastering new skills, it's about learning lessons. You very quickly learn this person is not what you thought they were. The mask is still on. It feels like it goes from a level of immaturity to a level of abuse. The Emperor's in the reverse. And I do have an Emperor and Empress, so this could very much be baby mama, baby dada issues. So this is very abusive. This is very controlling. This is someone extremely controlling. It's like the Empress, she's free, she's nurturing. The Emperor in the reverse is not. He's controlling. And this is emotionally draining, extremely. And it's like ignorance is bliss with the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Ignorance is bliss. This person humiliates. I feel like you try and keep a level of friendliness going. Like you try and keep the peace. because you feel foolish in a way that you let them back in. You're trying to keep the unity there. You're trying to keep the relationship going. Maybe it's for the kids. But I feel like you very quickly learn that it moves from one level up to the next. Whether it's immaturity to abuse or abuse to violence, I'm not sure. I don't have the King of Wands in the reverse, so it may not necessarily be violence, but it's definitely some form of abuse. For some of you, you've already gone through this, and now you're just looking for a way out. I think Spirit's trying to highlight, if that is the case, you have to understand how you ended up in this situation first. But that's really sort of what I'm seeing here. I think as far as advice goes, it's all in the Six of Wands. You're not paying attention. You are ignoring the problem. It's these two right here that are your advice cards. Pay attention, learn from the mistake and move on. In other words, it looks to me like it could be that bad. Bad enough to get out of it. So yes, I do feel like this is one of them scenarios where you have to brush this off. You have to get out of it. You have to brush it off. Okay, you feel foolish. You feel humiliated. But it's saying your humility is still intact. You've developed the love and awareness that you and everyone else are the same but on different paths. So I feel like this is to sort of say, this isn't your path. This isn't the path you're supposed to be on. These little niggles here in the Four of Cups were your intuition putting you off accepting that Ace of Pentacles. Why didn't you put it off? Why didn't you say no? Why are we accepting it? So I think for some of you, you're learning that someone who you know had their faults, you know they weren't the right one for you, but you still either took them back or took them on. And now seeing the damage moving forward. So this gets worse. It's like what you thought was just one level of badness in a relationship soon grows to be a whole nother level of badness. And I feel like this is where the regrets start coming in. Like, why did I have to accept that? Why could I not have just walked away? And now I'm stuck. And again, I've got this whole ignorance is bliss thing going on. Like, you're just trying to ignore it and hope it goes away. And Spirit's here to say it's not going away. So if you're in an abusive relationship, you know, a very controlling relationship, somebody where it's their way or the highway, you know, the Emperor, he's controlling, he has control over everything. It could be money, it could be the way you look, it could be who you hang out with, you know, someone very needy, someone very clingy, constantly messaging, constantly wanting to know where you are, what you're doing. And you're trying to ignore it and hope it gets better, and Spirit said to say it won't. It's just going to drain you emotionally, and it's just going to be yet another hurdle that you've got to get over. So they're basically saying, is there a way you can cut your losses now? So, you know, I mean, if you're single, you may have someone who you deem immature. You've said no a few times. They're basically saying you may decide to cave in and accept something from them, and in reality you shouldn't. So take that as a warning if you're single. Again, I mean, I have to tread carefully with these kind of readings, especially when we talk of abuse and things like that, especially when children are involved, because it's easier said than done to leave. I get that. But at the same time, you are being warned, this ain't getting better, it's getting worse. Okay? If you're hanging on and ignoring it in the hope it's going to get better, Spirit's saying, no, you're wrong. So, I hope that this helps at least someone, you know, get out of whatever they may be in. I hope that this encourages someone to do the right thing. I always say, when it comes to parents with children, sometimes, you know, when you're together and you're miserable, you have to think the kid's miserable too. would you and your children be happier out of this? Alright, it may hurt at first, mum and dad not being together. But like I say, sometimes your kids are going to thrive better if they have happy parents. And if parents aren't happy together, they need to be happy apart. So, you know, just food for thought there, really. I'm going to leave that there, Sagittarius. And I really do hope that this helps at least someone. If it hasn't resonated, don't bitch in the comments. It's not the nicest of readings that I've had to give, you know, this month. So just have some respect for those that may be going through this. This ain't going to hit out to every single one of you. I can't stand it when, you know, I do difficult readings like this and then all of a sudden I get in the comments, that ain't fucking resonate with me, and rah, 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 rah. And it's like, you know what? There's going to be a few Sagittarius watching this. It is going to resonate. So have some fucking damn respect. Anyway, that's my rant over. I'll leave it there. If anyone's personal reading, if you really do need help with this, you know, and you need someone with compassion, with practical advice, me and my spirit guides are ready and waiting, you know. But otherwise, you know, this is just about getting out of controlling situations. So I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye for now.